Hey guys, it's Sunday the 13th of April and I just want to show you quickly around my allotment and to show you how everything's getting on. So moving down to here first, I've got my potatoes in there. They started poking through earlier on, so I've covered them up in compost. We've got some garlic and some strawberries, and in there it was my old fish tank, but it sprung a leak, so instead of throwing it away I thought I'd use it down here. I've got some spring onions and a little bit of lettuce. Moving on to here, I've got some strawberries that I've potted up today, and I've got some at the far end as well. This is just going to be a flower bed. Moving into the cold frame, we've got some leeks, marigolds, everything, bit of everything in here. I brought some tomatoes from home. I'm going to leave them in here because they're going to go in hanging baskets. And I've got my garlic growing there, and a nice nettle which I'll get out in a bit. And there's not a lot else going on up there, not yet anyway. So moving along, we've got my what's going to be a fruit cage. I've got to give that another good weeding as well, and try and cover it to suppress the weeds. This bed here was dug over the other week, and I'm going to leave it a while, give it another dig over, put some weed fabric over, and I'm going to grow some squashes in there. Moving on, we've got some garlic along here that were just leftovers, didn't know what to do with them, so I put them in the ground. And we've got some shallots coming up. Underneath here we've got some, I think it's cauliflower, yeah, but it's a bit hit and miss. There's loads germinated down here, not so many up there, so I'll just keep it on for the next couple of weeks, plant some out. Under there we've got, well, supposed to be cabbage, but nothing to come up. And along here we've got some, not coming up yet, some early potatoes, and then we've got a few herbs and daffodils in there. Moving along, I'm just going to go to the other plot, show you all along there. So starting off here, we've got my strawberries, they're coming on really well. Right down there. Got some rhubarb. Again, I've had a few sticks off there, they're really nice. And my currant bushes. My mint's starting to come up. That's doing really well. I'll put a bit of compost in there. I've got some onions in there as well. And there was some radish, but I pulled them up because they were just misshaped and no good. And we've got some little gem lettuce in here, some rocket, and some turnips. So I'll be taking some of them home today with me. And we've got some shallots in this one, which if you look, I don't know how well you can see that, it's just starting to come up now. In here I've put my early potatoes, so there's this bed and this bed as well, and in this very small bed and that bed we've got my main crop. And the reason I'm doing loads, two big beds of earlies, is because when I first started on my allotment I got hit by blight and I lost most of my potatoes, which were main crop at the time. So now tend to stick to earlies because I can get them out the ground before the blight strikes. So we'll see how that goes on this year. Moving along, I've dug this bed out today. We're going to have, see, originally I was going to have some parsnips up there, but I've decided to plant them in here. And what was originally going in here was going to be my courgettes, so now they go up there, and then I'm just going to put like a piece of wood just to divide it, and along here we're going to have my beans, my runner beans. So yeah, I've put my parsnips in today, gave this bed a dig over, and they've gone in. Moving on, got one of my apple trees, so I don't know why you can see that, they're coming into flower. It's my carrot bed. Again, I've just been sowing a little bit each week, and I'll keep an eye on that. And there's some garlic down there, so we'll see how that gets on. And my daffs are now starting to come to an end. Onto this bed, I'm going to have the leeks, so it needs topping up with compost when it's time to plant out. Now I've had another apple tree, so that both apple trees on are a dwarf rootstock, an M27 rootstock, which means that they're suitable for containers, and that's probably as tall as they're going to get. So I did ask the landlord, the person that owns the field, about having trees, and this is as long as they're in pots, that's fine. So there's two trees, that one and that one. I'll probably get a couple more throughout the year, but they'll all be on the M27 rootstock, so they can be plotted up into big containers. We're moving on to here. We've got my onion beds. Now I've had to net them because something is taking the tops off the onions. I don't know whether you can see that down there. Look through there, you can see that one's been took off. Now they're not eating them because I keep finding the tops scattered around, so I've netted these, and we'll see how we get on with it. But some of them are really coming on nicely. There's like that one there. It's starting, I don't know, well, you can see that it's starting to bulk up quite nicely now. But if you compare it to them, these ones are definitely bigger, and they were planted exactly the same time, the same varieties. But these, the only difference is these have been sheltered throughout the winter. So hopefully they'll all catch up. There's a few gaps that need plugging, and the same on here. But I'm going to the Malvern Spring Show when that's on, so I'll get my onions from there, and I can just plug the gaps. So I'm just going to show you, do a quick spin so you can see everything. So until next time, I'll see you later.